Okay. So the construction chapter is important because later when you do, you need to also have this knowledge of construction. So very basic I'm taking. Quickly I will just let you know about how to make angles. Suppose I take a 5 centimeter. All this work will be sending it to me after the class. Okay, so what we are doing right now is making 60 degree, 120 degree. 120 is important because when we have the regular hexagon construction, 120 will be required. Then 75 degree, 90 degree, then 30, 15, 45 degree, basic degrees that is mostly asked, and 105 degree. Okay, yes, so everyone will draw the base which is of 5 centimeter. Okay, so the base is of 5 centimeter, and we need to construct very first angle that you can construct is 60 degrees. So you're going to take your compass. All right, so whatever compass you have, just trying to think of the part of it. So you're just going to take a smaller one, like not sure not be very big, a small little expansion you will make and keep the needle at this point. Let me call that point as A and this is B. Okay, so let the needle be at A and draw a semicircle. Okay, so the semicircle will be like this type. Then don't move that compass. Now, wherever it cut that AB, let's say this point is C, we're going to place the compass needle at C and mark the arc over the semicircle. The first arc that you make, that arc is of 60 degree. Then you keep this needle and place it at that arc. Let's say that arc is of D, I'm mentioning that as D. Keep the compass needle at D and make the second arc. Okay, I'm just giving you an idea how this works. The first cut is going to be 60 and the second cut you're going to have is of 120. So for 60 and 120, you don't have to do any kind of like bisector, nothing you have to do. So first, whatever is your base, draw that neatly and make sure your pencil is very sharpened because if it's a blunt one, then little difference of millimeter can happen and that will make your construction go incorrect. Make a semicircle wherever it is cutting the segment. From that, place the first arc, that's of 60 degree. Place it on the 60 degree, put the second arc, that's of 120. So you don't have to do any construction extra. Then use a scale. This scale will go through that 60 degree and use the scale and just join it. And from that origin, use the scale and join this. So this angle is going to be of 60 degree and this bigger angle will be of 120. So 60 and 120 degrees sorted. 120, as I've already told you, it's important. Okay. Any doubt with this? I think it's very basic. When we have done the basics of construction, I had already started with this kind of things. Yes. Try this and always make sure you are having good precision with your diagrams because what that is what they're going to be looking at. The moment they see the, it's been used with a blunt pencil, they will not even check it. The steps of construction also they will not give any mark. They will give a little bit of marks 1 and 2. But the moment they will see the diagram, it's not neat and it is not up to the mark. They get to know that the construction has not been correctly done. Yes. Finish with this, then let me know. Then in this same step, I will tell you further the meaning. Now we need to first order the 60. It always starts from 60, then you can have 120. Now 60 and 120 has a bisector exactly, which will be 90 degrees. Now angle bisector, we all know how to make angle bisector. Suppose an angle has been given. I'm just directly putting it 60 degrees. So how you do bisector? Keep the needle at the origin, that is this point, origin of that ray. Let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C. This I'm going to be using for bisector. Keep the needle at A, just extend it as like it should be a little bit neat and make an arc. Okay, that arc has to cut like this. And don't do any changes. You can keep it, or if you want, you can place it here. It's ABC. I'm going to name this as D and I'm going to name this as E. Place it at D and that arc is this big. Try to shorten it up so that you are taking something more than half, not too big. And keeping at D, more than half arc you're going to place. You can do this arrangement. Make the first cut. Don't move the compass. Place it at E and make the second cut. Okay. So wherever they are intersecting these two arcs, you're going to join it through that E. So this is how the angle bisectors are. Here, now for 90-degree, what we need to do, we have to make the angle bisector between 60 and 120. So on the same figure that you've done, 60 and 120, we're going to make that angle. So this was your base. You made an arc. You made the first cut, which is 60. You made the second cut, which is 120. Okay, this was done. Now, this angle that you see, this angle between 60 and 60 and 120, this little angle that you see is where you have to do the bisection. So I will call that point as O and G. Okay, this is O and this is G. Same thing you're going to do. You're going to take your compass. This is going to be this big. Try to make it little small. Keep it at O. Make an arc. Then don't move it. Keep it at G. Make the second arc. So wherever it is going to intersect. So this is I'm roughly doing it. Wherever they intersect, join it with that base origin, which is A. So this is going to be a 90-degree angle. So first 60 is done, then 120 is done. Bisector between 60 and 20. This mark on that, the semicircle is a common thing, right? So you can just pick that as the base for these two to make the angle bisector. And where they're going to meet, that is going to be your 90 degree. This is 60, this is 90, and this is 120. Now, suppose you want to make a 75 degree. Okay, so we have a knowledge that 75 will be lying somewhere between 90 and 60. Okay, the gap between 90 and 60. Technically, you're doing bisector. You can always check 120 and 60. You do addition and divide it by 2. 120 plus 60, that's going to be 180, and this angle gap, sorry, not 180, like to do subtraction. 120, and this is going to be a 60-degree gap. And 30 degree. From here to here, it has to be 30 degree. From here to here, it's going to be 30 degree. So that is also a knowledge that we can use, that exactly the center one that you're going to get is going to be a 90. Then, yes, we were doing for 75, right? So for 75, it will lie between 90 and 60. So 90 and 60, the gap is of 30. If you take the bisector of 30, it is going to be 15, correct? 30 divided by 2, that's going to be 50. So if you're able to make the bisector, so now you got that idea. So what part you're going to take? This line, that line and the semicircle that you've drawn is meeting here. So let me call that as H. O and H. You're going to make a bisector, angle bisector between these two. So keep the compass here, make a cut. Keep the compass at H, make a cut, and try to join it through A. Now, that angle from the base, this is your base, this angle is going to be 75. And that is correct. Because from here to this part, it is 60. And this bisector of made is like 30-degree gap. This is going to be 15 degree. This is going to be 15 degree. So from here to here, it is 60. And 60 plus 15, that's going to be total 75. So this angle that you're going to get, this is of 75 degree. The base of it. Yes, this is 0 degree. Okay. So this is 0 degree and this is 60. So if you make bisector of 60, that is like the same thing in that. Yes, this is going to be a 30 degree.